Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to people being relatable on social media. I have some crazy files on here, guys. Let's get started.
Y'all, my trainer likes to kill me. So I have 4 sets of these, jump roping, all the way to ball slams coming up.
Girl, from the first second, I literally thought you were naked. What are you talking about? Why are you wearing those leggings? That's crazy. Okay.
I swear she thinks this shit is funny. It's not. Then 35 seconds of these skiers, but she added a medicine ball. Then of
How
course,
do you walk
finishing
out
off
of the
with
house like
burpees.
that?
While I'm making this, I also realized
She's
that
doing
my
so
tights
good, by the way.
are very much my skin tone.
That's not relatable because I do have to check myself like multiple times, but choosing leggings like that, it's super risky. It's super risky, you guys. Okay, next video. When you want to show only one photo, but your mom keeps swiping. Oh, I hate that part. My mom always be just like, it's a photo album.
You're done. You're done.
You're done. Super relatable. I could relate. Next.
Is anyone else's phone constantly vibrating and there's no notification, like, whatsoever?
Yeah.
I'm just convinced
Exactly.
that Zuckerberg wants me on my phone 24/7,
Me.
which I do know is true. But I know there was like this whole study that came out about how people subconsciously think their phone is vibrating because they just are so used to it vibrating, but like no, like it'll be on a surface and everyone in the room can hear it, but there's no notification. Why is this happening? Is it because I've disabled like notifications? Is that why it's happening? Like, why is it happening? It's driving me effing insane.
So I've actually disabled a lot of my notifications, but I think I disabled like push notifications, but I still get the vibration because the notification still arrives. That usually happens with my email. I don't know if that's the same case for her, but that is so relatable. Like, I understand it creeps me out, and this is something recent. This is not something that has been occurring before. Weird. POV, you go to the gym to get stronger, but you can't even adjust the bench. Oh my god. I honestly have the biggest gym anxiety, and whenever I do something, I probably overthink it and I think I do it wrong, and therefore it's just really hard for me to do it. And I just look awkward. I could imagine myself from far away, and I know I just look so silly, but this is so relatable. And the sound. Trying to text with T9.
You go back.
How?
You got A for ab.
How do you do
now
B?
do the B.
What? Do you push that? Now try. You ruined it! You did!
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
done
a
with this
touch
phone.
screen.
I can't do it. How do you discard it again? I have an idea. Now do you push OK? Okay. Put the B's in the middle. How do I push the...
Maybe you do it 2 times, like 1, 2. Like, click, click.
Then that would be A.
try.
Like, oh!
And I got it. Fast? Like dinner?
Yeah.
The kids will never understand the struggle of these phones, and I was like laughing whenever she was pressing on the screen, thinking it is a touch screen. Not relatable, but they would never be able to relate. Okay, so we're getting spicy now. Let's see what this one is going to be about. Ladies, quit hovering over the toilet seats.
If I could give a piece of advice to like a group of women, it would 100% be to just sit down on that damn toilet seat. I know you guys might be like, ew,
Tell me.
Minty, what? Like, that's so dead. Let me tell you why you shouldn't care. Because your body in a couple years in the future is going to thank you for taking care of your pelvic floor. If there's anything that I wish we talked more about in medical school, it's pelvic floor dysfunction. And I haven't gotten to my reproductive unit yet, and I know we don't talk about pelvic floor dysfunction enough. We also just don't talk about reproductive health in general enough, but that's for a different video. And pelvic floor dysfunction, it's no joke. It's no joke. Everything that I learned about pelvic floor dysfunction, because I've had some issues, has been with my OBGYN, but that's not something that you want to deal with. It's like one of those things that you don't realize you use in your everyday routine, and it's fine while it's working, but when it doesn't work, it's not fun. It's not fun. But ladies, our bodies were not meant for you to be straining and tensing your muscles while you hover over the toilet to pee, okay? And more impressively, if you can do it while you defecate. Like, I want to know, do you have an 8-pack? Because what in the world? But it's like incredibly bad for your pelvic floor to be hovering over toilets. It's really bad for your body. And then when your pelvic floor isn't working correctly, then you have more issues with like urination and defecation, and you increase your chances for infection, the whole thing you're trying to prevent in the first place. Like, it's not worth it. And I promise you, that toilet seat is most likely probably cleaner than the toilet seat at your home. Public toilet seats are getting cleaned like once, twice, sometimes even 3 times a day, depending on where you're at, okay? Your toilet seat, I feel like most people probably don't clean their toilet seats more than like once a week. Okay? Most people. You might be okay, I'm talking about most people. Some people even go longer than that. But the chances of you getting something from you sitting your thighs on the toilet seat, slim. Very small. Very small. Most of the bacteria that we have that comes out of our body, like most of it cannot survive for very long on the surfaces anyway. And if you are like, well, I don't want to take that risk, then like put something on the toilet. Put some toilet paper down, put a cover seat down, carry some little sanitizer or whatever to clean off the toilet. But like, please, ladies, please, for your bodies.
You know what? I'm like that type of person who does not like to use any public restrooms at all, because I have seen really scary scenes outside and it's been horrible. It traumatized me, so I'd rather just not go in there unless I really need to. Yeah, I'd rather just wait until I'm home. It gets really disgusting sometimes, but yeah. Oh, that's good to know, I guess, you guys. Not relatable though. Me when I purposely die on a game so I can eat my food.
Man, fuck! Mike Epps looking at. Man, fuck, man. I'm mad too. Man, no, you not.
This was me when I was like 13 years old. That food looks so good. POV when I'm grabbing the only thing my wife came to the store for. My wife. You're never leaving just with just one thing ever. Forget about that, especially if you have a wife. When you don't want to take a second trip. Another video from this guy, and this is super relatable. I am not the type of person to just go back and forth. So yeah, this is literally me whenever I do grocery shopping. Yeah, exactly. This is the same thing. And exactly how my mom would always do it too. When you're trying to build an outfit, instead you build a mountain. This is super relatable if you're a girl, because whenever I'm trying to look for something to wear, I'm literally going like this with all of my clothes. This is really relatable. I don't really see a lot of men doing that because they particularly have less clothes than us. But this, for me, is relatable. And then you just have to do all that work to put it back. Going through random stuff because someone is standing in front of something I want. And then you watch them go with the things that you already picked out from far away. Or you could just walk up, say excuse me, to step aside if they're taking too long, you know? But it's always the awkward anxiety and social pressure. All right, this is a Reddit for millennials, deleted username, but this is a discussion on who are your emergency contacts. I know so many people who don't pick up the phone when an unknown number calls, myself included. Hell, I know people who have voicemails unread for weeks past. No, I read my voicemails, but I usually don't answer phone calls. You could leave a voicemail. I don't like to answer calls that I don't know. But back in the day, we had answering machines we could interrupt. So if we were screening calls and answering machine says, "This is so and so from such and such hospital, your relationship was in an accident." Quotes. Giving us an ability to immediately pick up the phone and intercept the call. But in the modern day of cell phones, this sets an interesting precedent when it comes to deciding who we make our emergency contacts. I don't think I have an emergency contact. I do. It's definitely my mom and my husband, but this is like so hard because I would probably not answer a call. Someone watching this, my family member watching this, they're never gonna put me as an emergency contact. I see. It's the only thing when AC is contracted directly from your phone if you had them set. But what about the other forms of paperwork like employment in hospitals wherein the number that appears would not be familiar where they contacted one of your ACs? So do you manage your EC by who you know would pick up or at least listen to a voicemail, default to a memory member regardless, or what? What is your logic these days? Have you ever regretted an EC, like a parent or a person you are not close with, or an ex-spouse you forgot to take off your paperwork? Thankfully, I've never had a situation where I needed to call my emergency contacts, and thankfully, if I ever do, I know my parents are going to answer, and I know my husband will. They're the type of people to be definitely answering calls, but not me, unfortunately. Let me read some comments now. LOL, I just looked and the only person in my emergency contact is a contractor I used to work with that did controlled access. I have no clue how it got there. That does not sound good, and he probably does not even know who you are at this point. That is funny. Dom says is I just answer my phone when it rings. My wife is an emergency contact in my employment paperwork, but I didn't even know how you could designate someone in your phone. You could literally do that in your settings, but I don't know if that really works when you actually need it. I don't think hospitals are gonna go ahead and call your spouses or emergency contact from your phone directly. They'll probably try to if there's no other ways, but I doubt that is something that they would do. Sometimes that probably be useless. Alright, you guys, these were the relatable TikToks and some Reddits that I've read. Let me know if you want to see any more of these. I hope these were relatable. Let me know if anything resonated with you, but don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.